good. Hell, testing, 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 testing. From Dallas, Texas, welcome to Poker House Dallas, Poker House Live, where tonight we will be streaming the final table of Katie's final game. $100 buy-in, $11,840 total prize pool, $3,312 up top. The 9 remaining players left here at this final table. I'm Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth, flying solo this evening, returning about an hour and a half ago from Austin, Texas, Round Rock specifically, here to bring this live stream final table for you. Again, 148 total players in this game. We're going to be starting off level 15, actually level 14, one hand with a few seconds remaining left in that specific level. Blinds will be 10K, 15K with a 15K big blind ante. We'll be immediately going to level 15 where those blinds are 10K, 20K with a 20K big blind ante. We are just a few moments away from the final table. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. There's your total prize pool. In just a few seconds, I will be switching over to the live stream table. Don't have to look at me that much this evening. You're going to be seeing me enough tomorrow and Friday. Speaking of which, tomorrow going to be running it back Thursday night, 136 H-Town PLO, featuring none other than Miss Texas Kim Stone. Going to be a fire game tomorrow evening. We'll be talking about that game specifically throughout this tournament. Sorry, I got to drag this over here. Get this out of your way, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Again, Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth. Craig on Action Tracker. King in the box. Cards in the air. Shuffle up and deal, King. Again, we had a total of 148 entries. 9 players remaining. I'm going to bring up the prize pool really quickly. Here are the payouts. 3,312, 2,000 for second, all the way down to 320 for 9th place. Very good value tournament. Blake the short stack +2. Suited ace. Wow, gonna lay it down. Especially with the blinds coming up and blinds increasing. Wow. And here we go with Lego on the button. Pocket aces. 14 big blinds, 250K in his stack. I'll let you know chip stack, Eric, after this hand. Thank you, sir, for monitoring me in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wow. Gary probably thinking he has the best hand here. Gonna lead out, gonna bet half pot. I actually would have liked to see Lego just call there and try to get it all in on the turn. It's a very strong move, especially after opening the butt and Gary leading the flop. Yes, I will be playing. And I don't know the list. I don't know if you're asking about me, but yeah. If you're asking me if I want to play some of the Choctaw events, the answer is yes. Gonna make the call. Lego in good shape here. 460 total in the pot. Just needs to fade another queen. Gary with only 12% equity. Eric, don't go to sleep. Don't be a weenie. 4 dimes on the turn. Not changing much of anything. 5 of hearts. Lego picking up the double up. Here is our chip count as requested, Mr. Anderson. Bill coming into this final table with the overwhelming chip lead. Has nearly a third of the total chips in play. 66 big blinds. BT, Gig, Ags, Blake all have 10, less than 10 big blinds respectively. Here's the amount of time remaining in level 15. Again, thank you for joining in. Eric and I had an over under what time the final table would start. He said 11 p.m. Started about 11, 12 p.m. So not too bad. We should have, I guess we can CCR it tomorrow when you get here. Scott Freeman in the chat saying Lego, cheering him on. Second hand of this final table. Sham with 18 big blinds going to lay it down, middle position. Lego in the cutoff could be opening this hand up. A very good hand to open in position.
Raise 55,000.
Again, blinds have increased. This is a second hand, so blinds are now 10K, 20K, 20K big blind ante. With a bit of a large sizing and cutoff. Almost 3X. Jacob in the small blind, laying down pocket sevens. Gig Ags in the big blind, contemplating whether or not to call here. Gonna lay it down. Does have to pony up the small blind. Surprised the 8 seat or the 9 seat laid down pocket sevens in that spot. It's generally a rip to a late position open, just hoping to take down the pot. But elects to pass that one up. Again, chip stacks, here we go. Again, with the blinds increasing after that last hand. Stack depths are now shorter than they were beforehand. Here we go, Jay in the 5 seat, pocket aces. Look for an open here, 13 big blinds, doesn't need to rip it.
Raise 40.
I like the open, min clicking. Chris E in the chat saying, Lego my ego, let's go. Couple of new players to our live stream. Jay in the 5 seat, and on the 3 seat, Blake.
Check. Bet 50,000. Oh, yeah, that's double plum.
Bill with a middle pair. Gonna make the call after a C bet from AJ here. King of spades on the turn. He leads out, okay. Leaving Jay with 85K. Could be concerned about the 7 there. It's gonna be checked to Jay, who's gonna rip the remaining 3 or 4 big blinds he has left. 2 pocket aces on this final table, just a few hands in.
No, he wasn't all in. No, he was all in. If there's all in. Oh, I thought you were supposed to be taking.
Again, chip count have it set up to where after each hand chip counts do pop up, I can switch between other statistics, but again, only being 4 hands in. All right, I know Eric and I have been gone from the live stream, him being in Minnesota, and then me being back in Houston, and then DJing it up a little bit at the Lodge in Round Rock, Texas. I know you guys missed some points in the chat. I'm going to make up for it right now. 500 points for everybody. It's in the chat. I'm making up for lost time. Let's go. 500 points to gamble away, ladies and gentlemen. Got Scott Friedman in the chat. Chris Larkin in the chat. Min Click Win in the chat as well. 35 viewers. Nearing midnight Wednesday evening. Blake all in for the remainder of his stack. Both Bill and Gig's going to make the call. Probably going to check it down with these marginal hands to potentially assure Blake's elimination. Although Blake at the current moment has the best hand, not anymore. Bill flopping middle pair. I'm not a big fan of this bet right here, especially with a player all in. Generally speaking, from an ICM perspective, I mean, I guess he hit a pair, but usually going to want to check it down to ensure that Blake, or have a better chance of eliminating Blake. Blake going to need an ace. 9 of spades on the turn. 6 of clubs, no help to Blake. Eliminated in 9th place, but still picking up $320 for his 9th place finish. 8 players left remaining.
All right, so we got a big, dead small, big blind by itself.
And for those of you in the chat, take a look at the camera angles. I moved some stuff around when I got back. Let me know what you guys think.
Let's see what I can muster up. They know I'm known for it. I don't try to. You know, you guys just, I deal heaters, coolers, all at the same time. 20 to call.
No one with much of anything yet so far. Gig Gags with pocket 4s in the cutoff. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, gonna rip it. I got the players mixed up, so my apologies. I was like, why is he folding pocket 4s with one big blind?
All right, let's see.
Sham with the internet hand, gonna make the call.
Totally almost worked. You're right there on the cusp.
I know, right?
Gonna be pretty much priced in the call. Oh, Sham flopping middle pair.
Not over with.
No, went pretty well over with.
Gig's gonna need a 4 and a 4 only to stay alive in this tournament.
I mean, I said bank. I mean, what the? That's not how bank works.
10 of clubs, no help to Gig Ags. Eliminated in 8th place. $391 for his 8th place finish. Good game, Gig Ags.
Small, big, good.
I don't, Ralph, I put 5, I don't know, there must be something wrong with your account. I don't know. Let me check. I gotta find you. The problem is I have to find you individually. And with me running the booth alone, it's kind of hard. Because I'm running, like, literally the production side of everything. So let me see if I can find you. Let's see. Unfortunately, I wish there was a way that you could actually sort by name, but I can't. So I later have to go through like 8, 9 pages of names, and half of the time I miss it on the first go around.
Raise 50,000.
Gary in the low jack gonna make it 50K, Queen Jack offsuit. Nobody else with much of anything. Going to take down the blinds. Let me see here. I should be able to get my points. All right, Ralph. Let me give you some points real quick. Ralph, your points are there. Double check it. I just added it. I manually overrode it. Ralph, you're more than welcome. Yeah, that's what I did, Eric. I didn't even have to read your comment. I used the Asian in me, the intellect side. Figure that one out. Oh, BT here with 4 big blinds, flopping trips.
All right, gotta jump. All of it.
Blind versus blind scenario. Nice little pot for him here. Now going to be up to about 10 big blinds, just on a pinch under 10 big blinds. Min, I will get to all that here. Sure. Actually, you know what? Let's get to it right now. Back by popular demand tomorrow night, Thursday, 136 H-Town PLO featuring none other than Miss Texas Kim Stone. Lineup includes 2019 WSOP Bracelet Crazy 8 winner Rick Alvarado, 2015 WSOP Choctaw Main Event champion Jose Montez, who also played last week's stream and guest commentated last Friday with me in the booth. Did a great job on his live stream commentating debut. We have Korean John Ma, OFC, and Louis Vuitton Bao, excuse me. Game's gonna play really big, gonna be really aggressive. Gonna have some big pots tomorrow. Friday evening, what used to be a 2-5 game, all of a sudden, as of early this morning, legitimately turned into a 5-5-10 stream. Lineup includes Hayden Fortini. I don't even remember the lineup. Let me double check. To go back. Jose Montez, again, going to be playing back-to-back streams. OFC Chris Cashman, 2022 WSOP Choctaw Main Event winner Danny Marks, Habib Mustafa, attorney Carlos Cortez, who played last week. Going to be a match to stack 5-5-10 game, the biggest live stream game here at Poker House Dallas. Going to be stepping up our game, our live stream game. Yeah, Chris Lego taking down that last pot. Going to be a blind versus blind scenario. Lego with King 10. Going to make it 55K. Gary with 7 deuce in the big blind. Obviously going to make that lay down. 7 players remaining. Mark Wee in the chat. Good to see you. And yes, Eric, that stream tomorrow and Friday is going to be super fire. And then Friday, New Year's Eve special, $365 buy-in, 20K guarantee. Our biggest Saturday guarantee tournament here at Poker House. Not our biggest guarantee tournament, but our biggest Saturday weekly tournament. Come into that. Going to be a fun tournament. Going to ringing the new year. Doing what D-Gens do, playing poker. Maybe have a little sippy sip.
All right, got a jumper, guys. All of it.
BT in the cutoff, gonna make it all in for his remaining stack. 10 big blinds. Ace-9 suited. AJ in the hijack. Or Jay in the hijack. Ace-6 suited, gonna make the low down, force him to fold. Got Joshua Rooney in the chat. First time chatter. Let's go, Rooney. Make your twin proud while out in Nashville. Thank you for joining the chat. And yes, Chris Larkin, Thursday, I was talking specifically about a live stream. Thursday is going to be the Chris Mays $200 deep stack tournament, 20-minute levels, 4K guarantee, 3K guarantee. Let me go back and double check that. $3K guarantee. Starts at 6 p.m. Registration open for about 2 hours. Been crushing that one as well. Again, this tournament this evening, the Wednesday night, has turned into one of the best value one-day evening tournaments here in the DFW Metroplex area. Again, 148 total entries, creating a total prize pool of nearly $12,000, and first place, $3,312. And pull up the payouts again. Well, there he goes right there. John Adams in the chat saying John Q from WDC pulling for Rooney as well. It's 4K now, yeah, I just double check. Got Chris Mays in the chat. Thanks for joining in. 43 viewers. Thanks for joining in as we near the midnight hour here. Now in a blind versus blind scenario, King 10 suited plays very well. I would have liked to see him ship there. Obviously, Bill with sevens would have defended. Pretty standard rip in a blind versus blind. Got a limp from Jacob in the small blind. Bill making it 95. Oh, I'm not sure he raised it. And then Blake with a limp back raise. I'm sorry. Gosh, what's his name? I feel so bad. I haven't seen him in the stream before. Jacob in the 9th seat, gonna limp back jam. King 10 offsuit, gonna get Bill the fold pocket sevens. Pretty nitty fold there. Ralph Pipkin saying he's rooting for Lego. Mint in the chat with a $1.99 super chat. New Year's in, New Year's with Mint, Bubbly, and 20K guarantee. I like it. If you don't have anywhere to spend your New Year's Eve and New Year's, ringing in the new year for 2023, come join us. Fire a bullet. And even if you bust, stay for the champagne. Bill again in another blind versus blind scenario. Gonna raise ace queen suited. Sham with nothing in the big blind. Gonna lay it down. Yeah, Eric. Jacob's playing a little tight, and I think concerned about ICM. Again, for some of these newer players, I mean, I think the two ones have been busted that aren't familiar with tournament strategy and spots, not understanding spots to jam. Missed a few spots where he could jam, although he did limp back jam the hand prior to the last one 2 hands ago. Already near 50 viewers. Thank you so much for joining the chat. If we hit 50 viewers, I'm going to give away more points because Eric's not here. And Eric, we should probably check if we don't get charged for giving away points. I don't think we do. I think it's just a fun game. Now with Bill in the big blind in a scenario like this, with ace 10 on the button, if you want to be aggressive and push the action, for me, I'm jamming this with 26 big blinds. The worst thing you want to do is raise fold. And again, with a bigger chip stack size relative to the remaining players on the field and the players in the blinds, they're going to have to call off a lot more tighter and with a more narrow range. Oh, Bill Reyes with sevens and Jake. Oh, I totally missed that action. My bad. Sorry. It's hard being in the booth alone, commentating and running the production side of things and just keeping an eye on the chat, the GFX commentator, and the actual live stream. So, my bad. See what Sham decides to do here on the button with 8-9 offsuit. I think if he had a hand like 9-10 suited, Jack 10 off, he may rip there.
Raise. 90,000.
I like the raise here from Jay in a blind versus blind scenario. Again, there is some ICM from 7 to 6, not significant. Eric, I got my feet up with my coffee, keeping an eye on everything. Man, Eric, what do you think? I adjusted the camera angles because I was really like annoyed with me adjusting the camera angles from last time. Eric, come back. I miss you.
There we go. Hands feel good. No, it's just these cards are much better with the iron working instead of. Sorry, it's hot over here for the lights.
I would like to. So there's an open with ace 3 suited. Now, 7-handed in EP. I actually think this it's borderlines. If you're opening this at the bottom of your, it's at the bottom of your opening range from under the gun, even 7-handed. I'd actually like to see. I guess Lego's probably not going to be. Yeah.
Raise on top. Raise 85,000 total.
Gonna make it 85K. Leaving some chips behind just in case Gary wants to call. Wow, very light call from Gary there with a weak suited ace. Would have liked to see Lego rip it there. Oh, wow, look at this. Gary flopping 2 pair,
Bet of 100,000.
top and bottom, Lego flopping middle set. Chips are going to be going in right here.
Still bet of 100,000.
Lego Hollywooding here. Just going to make the call. Going to force Gary to get his chips in here on the turn. Unless an ace or 3 hits. 7 of hearts. Lego with the best hand.
Got a jumper. Call.
Rip, snap call. And it says he has a check mark, so there must have been some dead aces or 3s, which isn't, I'm not sure, but I didn't see the whole cards. Lego chipping up now, chip leader, 940K. Gary 6 killer out in 7th place, $510, 509 to be exact, but $510. 2 short stacks, Jacob, BT under 10 big blinds. I gotta go back to the chat. I'm literally watching the live clock live. watching the preview, watching watching the stream, and then watching the chat, and then giving away points like Texas Oprah. Thank you, John Adams, saying the video and audio good. I was just gonna say the cameras are great and the profile pictures are back. Probably zoom in a little bit on the 8 and 9 and the 1 and 2. Can make those adjustments tomorrow. Lots of Lego fans in the chat. Check shows hand is locked. Okay. Yeah, I figured that, but I'm surprised that an ace and two aces and 2 additional 3s were muck. That seems like a lot, but it is what it is. They go 3 ways to this flop. Lego gonna complete from the small blind. Wow, Lego flopping the nut flush draw. Jacob with a gutter to a straight with backdoor spade draw. Jay, not much of anything. Let's see if he's gonna try to represent top pair here.
Makes a bet of 90,000.
Can bet 3/4 pot. Pretty polarized bet here.
That's right. Take one bet.
But not much of anything.
Call.
I wonder if Jacob's going to get his chips in here. Going to lay it down, okay. And he's going to be in the small blind next hand. Okay, I didn't see that. Man. You're right, 3 wouldn't have helped. I'm so... Hi, 3 of spades. We go check on the turn. 10 of spades. Let's see if Jay's gonna bluff here.
100,000 is a bet.
Gonna bet 1/3 pot. Gonna be a tough board and a run out for Lego to call here. Lots of draws. Hit on the river, backdoor spades, Broadway draw, although he does have an ace that blocks Broadway. But other than that bottom pair, yeah, it's good fold, good bluff. Jay, knowing that he has nothing, was forced to turn his jack high into a bluff on that board. Takes down that pot. Jay gonna put himself in a position to potentially ladder up 23 big blinds, 705K in his stack. Chris E saying Lego with the... Oh, are you referencing Street Fighter? Shoryuken. Hey, that was my game, Street Fighter 2. I'll take any of you guys in that game. Straight up money. I used Ken or Ryu for the record.
Oh, I just feel like 2.
Meet me at Bishop Side Arcade. Money on the line.
Trying to make sure.
And Mortal Kombat. And Tekken. Bring it. Shame under the gun, 652. Gonna lay it down.
All right, we gotta
BT
show-
gonna force action here. Pocket deuces pretty much doesn't have any other option. Good hand. Shove. I mean, Bill still has a pretty decent stack. Could call light here. Would still put himself in a position. Yeah. Don't blame him for folding there. BT up now to 5 big blinds. Looking to hopefully double up in the next few hands before the blind gets to him. Lego's a huge Street Fighter fan. Let's go. I actually got a text from Ben saying, let's go Street Fighter. I'm so I don't think you know how good I am with Street Fighter. Blind versus blind. I actually like a jam here. Queen 6 suited has enough equity. Against some small blind versus big blind. Yep, good shove right here with ace high. Very optimal shove here in a blind versus blind scenario. Here are VPIP. Bill up top 33%. J, BT, Lego at 27% respectively. Shame and Jacob 11%. Yeah, Michael, I agree. Sub 5 big blinds almost. Literally, you have no fold equity. You have no fold equity there. I agree. Now, I am a tournament player myself, so I know these spots pretty well. Randomly played in a freeze out at the lodge last minute. 149 entries, end up final tabling, finishing 6th. Brutal knockout.
70,000.
A little disappointed, but I picked my spots. I was very aggressive the last 2 tables. I was actually down to 7 big blinds. Actually, I was down to 6 big blinds in level 7. Okay, here we go. Lego gonna open Queen Jack offsuit in the hijack. Bill gonna make the call on the button. King 10 suited.
Well, I thought you were thinking 70 total.
Jay feeling like he's getting good price to call here. 3 of the bigger chip stacks here. SJ not knowing how much he's in trouble. If I were Jay, I'm actually folding here with that hand. It doesn't really connect well post flop. A and B, once there's an open and there's a call from the button, a lot of players make the mistake of thinking they're priced in the call. Now he's going to take this hand down probably with just pure aggression. And if that was his plan and strategy the whole time, I don't blame him. But again, a lot of players out of the big blind feel like they're getting a good price to play. But when there's an open and there's a call kind of thing, you're actually less incentivized to call out of the big blind with a below marginal hand like King 3 offsuit. But again, his aggression's going to pay off here more than likely. Wow, Bill going to make the call. The non-believer here. 4 clubs. Bill with a check mark. Let's see what Jay does. Gonna just check, check. Bill gonna take the pot down King 10. Good call here. Feeling that King 10 was the best hand. I do like Jay's aggression on the flop return. I can't remember what treat he bet. I think it was a turn. No, I agree. With stack depths, so Mitchell, so I'll tell you a bust out spot that we were down to 10-handed, okay? And there's a lady to my right. She literally told me she has never ever made a final table and she will fold everything besides aces or kings. She min clicks it in the small blind. So she's small blind, I'm big blind, and I have ace queen offsuit, and I just rip it on her knowing because she wants to make a final table. Like I'm not I know it's not a great ICM spot against a specific lady because she's she's raising here. Now with me having ace queen reduces combinations of pocket aces. She could have pocket kings, and she tanked and she folded jacks. She like face up. And then my bust out hand. Oh, here we go. BT, big blind, blind versus blind. Gonna rip it with king jack offsuit. 145K. Blinds are. I don't know. 15, 30K with a 30K big blind ante. Gonna make a light call of the small blind. Not the biggest fan of this call. Even if you think BT is shoving light from the blind, he's not I mean, with 7-5 offsuit, it's really just a fold spot there. In fact, I'm more than likely actually just going to fold there. Or rip. Like, if you're going to play that hand, you're going to rip it to force BT to potentially fold, or you're just going to limp fold. BT getting the big double up. Now up to 10 big blinds. Jacob in danger of getting eliminated soon with 3 big blinds. So Mitchell, here's my bust out hand. We're down to 6 players. Blind versus blind. Okay. Again, I'm the one pushing the action from like the last 27 on. I'm like super, super aggressive. And it's very clear that the people that made the final table are not experienced in making final tables, with maybe the exception of one of the players. So blind versus blind, chip leader versus the guy in the small one was chip leader, and I'm second in chips. Now, a lot of players think what I did was ICM suicide, but I know this sounds, first was 10.5, and I finished second for like 1.9. I ripped queen jack suited. Oh, here we go. Small blind versus big blind. BT gonna rip 10 big blinds. Ace jack offsuit. Very disciplined lay down from Lego from the big blind here. All right, so I have queen jack suited, the small blind limps, and I just rip it. Right, a lot of people think that's an ICM potential suicide. The guy tanks for like 3 minutes. Alexa call has pocket 7, so he's ahead. And I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. Like, whatever, we're flipping. Queen jack suited flops, so I flop a queen, and I'm very, very happy at this point. And then he turns a 7 and busts me out. And actually, one of the players after the tournament ended, she she came up to, she's like, I was so happy. She's like, not to be mean, but I was so happy you busted because, like, she said I was scary. I don't know how to take that, but I was just really aggressive, and I'm opening, and I'm 3-betting, and I'm ripping, and I'm putting people in tough spots because I know, the $600, $1,000 lat up is very important for them. For me, not so much. I in that particular tournament, I was playing to win. So now, obviously, if it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of $10,000s, I don't make that rip. But I wasn't overly concerned about the ICM implications there. Again, it's actually a really dangerous call there that player made. But anyway. Again, 6 players remaining. Level 16. As you can see, small blind 15K, big blind 30K, big blind ante 30K. I think blinds just went up. Ooh, wow. BT picking up cards here. Gonna rip his stack. Jacks. Leg in a tough spot with 3s. Good fold. You can rip with that hand, but you don't want to call a rip with pocket 3s. I think Jacob's just gonna have to call here. I mean, it's a good enough hand that has some post flop equity. Gonna lay it down. Surprising he folded the suited king in the small blind with just a few big blinds. I think now he's only going to have 2 big blinds after this hand, with blinds going up. Yeah, as you can see now, blinds now in level 17. Small blind 20K, big blind 40K, big blind ante 40K. Got a jumper here. Now this is the hand you can call off with. It is going to cost him half his stack. Under the gun, open. Going to ship 390K. That's a about 12. No. I did incorrect math. 20, 40, 40. 9 big blinds. Gonna cost Lego half his stack here. And I wouldn't be surprised. Again, stack depths are getting really short now. Let me check the charts on this. Effective size 18 big blinds. Run this in the solver. I don't blame him for folding there. Okay, so 7-handed. I'm gonna call. Yep. Don't blame him for jamming there. Oh, what position was he in? Low jack? I don't say he's in low jack. I'd actually say high jack. Race versus an all-in from under the gun. Ace jack suited. It's actually a call. Just check the solver. That's actually at the bottom of his calling range. So, like, ace jack suited is at the bottom of his calling range. Ace queen offsuit is at the bottom of the calling range. And from a pocket pair perspective, 7s is at the bottom of his calling range. Would have flopped the nut flush draw, but that's neither here nor there. 4 spades. Yeah. Jacob gonna double up here. Flopping top pair, king. I don't think it matters if he's closing the action. He only had, the other guy had 2 big blinds behind him. I mean, if the guy behind him had like 15, 20 big blinds, I'm actually rejamming. I just, like I said, I just double checked the charts. He's supposed to call there. That's the bottom of his calling range though, from an ace, suited ace perspective. Ace 10 suited is actually a fold. Ace jack offsuit is actually a fold. That's one of those in-between spots. Joshua and JQ Adams cheering their boy on here. Have to double up. Finally gets one through Jacob, making some. Oh, here goes Sham. Gonna rip his stack. Blind versus blind with jacks. Gonna be a snap fold from Jay in the big blind. Now Jay in danger of being eliminated. Touche. I don't remember the. I could have punched it. I could have punched in the wrong positions. But with this stack size, I just punched it in. Versus a hijack. If he's in the hijack, he's actually supposed to call. So if he's in the cutoff, then he's really supposed to be calling. Yeah. It actually doesn't change if you're in the cutoff. Now it could change if you're in the low jack. No, you're still calling in the low jack, Larkin. Because that guy was under the gun when he jammed with 7s.
Raise 90,000.
Lego under the gun. Pocket 7s. 2.1x, 2.2x, pocket 7s, standard open. Let me change the stack depth to 20 though. Let's see, low jack. All right, so I double checked, Chris. 15, 18, 20 big blinds versus under the gun open and the hijack cutoff and butt, and you're supposed to call the ace jack suited. Based off the effective stack size of the shover. I can't let you guys see my cheat sheet. But it's a close spot. I don't blame him for folding there. In fact, if it were me, I don't know what I would do. Against Jay, with him taking some aggressive lines, I actually may make the call there. If it was Bill or Jacob who've been playing relatively tight, I probably file the fold there. with ace jacks. Again, it's kind of player dependent. And I hate using like these theory optimal charts, blah, 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 because sometimes you obviously have to deviate from them from time to time. I like this open from Bill in the hijack, ace-9 offsuit. A lot of people aren't willing to open up this hand, especially in late position. Good fold by Sham there, especially from after an open from Bill. Yeah, I think you're right with Bill behind him, yeah. But I think with Bill behind him, he's kind of, I mean, we've seen him fold some
Michelangelo's just much cooler.
hands that were slightly above marginal that if you plug them in the solver, you're supposed to call there. It's a super, super close spot. Yeah, aces up. You're right. I mean, stack depths are getting super short. I'm getting my cards in with ace jack suited and re-ripping it. Here we go, Bill. Strong hand under the gun. Ace king offsuit. See what sizing he chooses to go with here.
Raise is 90,000.
Good sizing. Standard open from under the gun. Again, the earlier you are in position, your opening sizes can be smaller because, you know, you're opening from an earlier position with action behind. As you get into like the cut off the button, you can open a little bigger. You really don't want to be, again, at these stack depth levels, you don't really want to be opening up more than 2.5. 3x at most, but I won't even use a 3x size. I'm either going to go like 2.5 or just like rip it. Eric's saying if he's against better players, I rip it.
From the table. After 6 players. Yeah, when 6 players have cleared themselves.
Yeah, and again, it's player dependent. It's kind of like, yes, like when I finished 6th in that tournament in Austin, I felt like I had an edge against everybody, which is why I was so aggressive. Sham here, going to jam under the gun, ace-10 suited, pretty standard jam, especially with the blinds coming up behind him. I like the shove. I don't blame Bill for potentially making the call here. Again, this is a tough call to make. I actually don't think you make this call. He has. You're literally flipping against under the gun open range. Tough spot. I think ace-10 suited, you make the call. Now it doesn't really. Sham does have a little bit of like slightly more equity with suited, but Bill with 2 flush draws. Sham with only 1. Gonna need some clubs. Oh, got 1 club. No, I agree. It's not all about the solver. Uh-oh. Turns of. I'm going to chop it up. So Mitchell, literally everybody was folding to my aggression. So which is really funny that he called in that spot there. Being the chip leader. I didn't care about ICM. I was going for the win. Again, if it was like, if the ICM implications were like bigger than.
So y'all want to do an ICM shot? No. Got one said no.
Very good. Everyone knows I don't chop. But the thing is, when I was shoving Mitchell, with the hands, you know, with the final 18, it was like ace king, ace queen, I did it with tens. I did it with jack like jacks 2 or 3 times. I think there was one hand I actually had aces on the button in the blinds at less than 10. It's generally open, but I was trying to make it look like I was shoving light, and I got called really light. I say really light. Guy had ace jack in the big blind. He thought I was shoving light. So all of my shoves weren't like particularly light. At least the ones that I had the table where someone called or whatever.
Head is 140.
Yeah, I think they were very. I told you, Mitchell, literally the lady that made the final table, like she finished, actually I think she finished in 4th because I busted. She was like, I was really happy. She's like, don't take this person, but I was really happy you're busted because she said I was the only person, like she was the most scared of me at the table because I was the most aggressive one. Yeah. I like my shove. It was a hand that had a lot of post-flop equity. I wasn't going to shove like king 3 offsuit or anything like that. If I shove hands in that spot, it's usually going to be a lot of hands. It's going to be with hands that have very good post-flop equity, which is why I actually jam with the queen jack of clubs.
VPL. VPL.
He said, you ain't got to spell it out.
Well, it was just how you spell it.
BT here with the ace king. A lot of players think you shove here. You can just open. You do want some callers behind, and you don't have a made hand. Does not look like he's going to shove. Looks like he's going to raise.
Raise it up to 150.
That's a, what are the blinds? Hold on. 2040. It's a really big open. It's almost too big. It's almost 4x. Oh, wow. Jamming the small blind with the queens. Gonna make the jam, obviously. BT. King getting the card scan. Uh-oh, we could have an issue with the deck. Gonna be a coin flip. Ace King versus Queens. BT gonna need Ace King on this run out.
295.
Now, even if a BT loses this hand, he still have a few chips left. Now, the blinds are going to be coming to him next. Shaman's a very good player. He final tabled the birthday bash. Queen's ahead currently on this flop. 6 of spades on the turn. Doesn't change anything. 4 of spades. Sham getting the much needed double up. Dropping BT down to 4 big blinds, 185K. Jay still with the bottom of the stacks. 2 big blinds, 115K. He's going to have to get his chips in the next 1 or 2 hands. Yeah. Hand played itself out, I agree. When you open a hand like... Yeah, it's an unusually large open from under the gun.
Yeah, stay alive.
They're not going to let him know that. Still nearly 50 viewers in this chat. After midnight, now Thursday morning, I have to get up early and pick up Eric from the airport. Well, not really early.
All right, gotta jump. Hold up.
And I like this show a lot. Gonna force the short stacks to the left of him, BT and J to fold. And even if they call off, you know, ace high still is a lot of both of those players' range. Could be in a coin flip situation, even with the hands like king jack, king 10, queen jack, queen 10, jack 9, jack 10. You know, even suited connect, lower suited connectors like 9, 10, Suited. Six players remaining left on this final table. Again, 3.3K up top. Total prize pool, nearly $12,000. 148 entries. 6 players remaining. Level 17 with just a few minutes left. What time do you have to wake up, Eric? I know what time your plane lands.
Crazy, 100,000.
So it was really hot in the room, and I can tell they turned on the AC because I'm freezing in the booth right now.
Yeah, it definitely cooled up. So.
It's funny they said that because somebody said it definitely cooled up. I was literally just thinking that. I was literally sweating.
Yeah, the cold water starts cooling now.
Eric's in Minneapolis. I don't even know if I said that right. Minneapolis. VPIP percentages for the remaining 6 players. Y'all are staying late. I want to give you guys points. Yeah, ace up. It was super, super hot. I was sweating. Joshua Rudy saying 20 bucks says I would have been the fastest out of this tournament. All right, I'm about to give you guys some points. $150 points. Gomble, gomble.
Crazy, 100,000.
Bill waking up with pocket kings. Gonna get a shove from Jay with ace queen suited with just 2 big blinds. Hands playing themselves out at this stack depth level. Oh, Jacob with king queen. Jay, that's a $150 deck, dude. Hey, heard in the background the clock counting down for the increase in the blind levels. 6, 6, 8 board, 2 clubs. No help to the ace. Queen suited. Gonna need an ace. An ace. 2 clubs on the river. Jay eliminated in 6th place. It's gonna make. Give me a second, guys. I have to pull up the payouts in just a second. I have too much stuff going on my screen here to pay out. 6th place is gonna pay $628. Now a little bit of some ICM coming into play. Not so much between 5th, 4th, but definitely from 3rd to 1st. There's definitely some ICM implications, at least relative to the buy-in of $100. Yeah, that is a correct laydown. I like the laydown, especially given that action. Jacob laddering up, jumping a few spots, picking up a few $100 here. Sham under the gun, ace-3 offsuit, gonna make it. Okay, blinds are now 30, 60, 60. So we are now in level 18 where the blinds, there it is at the bottom. 30K for the small blind, 60K for the big blind, and 60K for the big blind ante. Nice ladder for Jacob. I agree, Eric. Yeah, I think he played that one hand where he had king 10 suited, flop top pair. So, Ronnie, the reason the cards are showing up, I answer that question after this hand. part of it is Action Tracker and the software itself. BT gonna rip his stack. 1.5 big blinds, 2 big blinds, I think, under the gun. Yeah, 1.5 big blinds. Queen Jack offsuit. Gonna get a call from somebody.
All right, still got side pot action.
Well, let's see what's going on here. Okay, both. Wait, Bill and Sharon. Wow, BT flopping trips. Gonna get a triple up here. More than likely. Ace. King by Sham on the river.
All right, let's see.
BT rivering full house.
Got a queen.
What a hand!
Gonna triple up now to about 5.5 big blinds. No, I think, Eric, I think he's asking why they're showing up. Yeah, so it's partly the RFID, and because we're on a 15-minute, 10-minute delay, it's gonna already be quote unquote in the system already. Josh Rooney saying diaper money, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I noticed that too, Larkin, the pay jumps. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, 6th to 5th was like 275, but 5th to 4th is 100, and then 5th to 4th or 4th to 5th, 3rd is.
That's the reason I went in blind.
It's okay. Let me look at the payouts.
Yeah, I was gonna move it, but
Yeah. Agree, Mitchell.
This guy being over here on it, and he tripled us. He's like, I'll be on it.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I'll take the big blind.
5 players.
man, he cost a whole lot though.
Jacob sneaking up the ICM ladder board here. Weird. One big blind gonna make the shove. Has really no fold equity. I think anybody with anything reasonable is gonna have to call here.
80,000 total.
Yeah.
Call.
Bill gonna make the call. Gonna go 4 ways to this flop.
All right, still got side pot action.
Really, Jacob's only. Well, he's drunk to a king or a 10. 5-5-3 board. Sham with the best hand currently. Has a wheel draw also. Yeah, has the wheel draw. Ace high's good. Oh, never mind. He's got it. I say pretty much locked up. That's incorrect. BT with the club draw. 7 of diamonds on the river.
Ace.
Jacob eliminated, but still laddering up. Picking up a few extra $100 by virtue just folding. 4 players remaining. BT with a short stack. 2 big blinds. Jacob finishing in 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna make $900 for 5th place finish.
It might be. Oh, he got it.
Correct, Doug. No one can see the cold cards live. There was, because of the whole Robbie situation, the whole Garrett Adelson, Robbie J. Lou situation, there was an update in the software. Hold on, give me a second. Bill under the gun, ace queen suited, 18 big blinds. Gonna make an open here.
Got a raise of 175.
175, about 3x. A little big of an open. Especially, I don't think anybody has more than 20 big blinds. So, Doug, the person running Action Tracker, which is Craig, can only see whether or not the cards are actually scanned themselves. He does not have access to the whole live cards. There was a system update in the Poker GFX software, which is the software we use for quote-unquote tracking these live stream tables where, you know, you can't see it live. So, and even myself in the booth. So when I go through my whole spiel before a final table or a feature table, live stream table, final table, what have you, anytime we have a feature table on the live stream, you know, I let them know, I said, hey, look, Craig or whoever's running Action Tracker, they can only see whether or not the cards are in fact scanned or not scanned. Yellow means they're not scanned, blue means they're scanned. You cannot see the actual whole cards. I always say that whoever's in the booth, which most of the time is myself, you know, I make the comment, I am the only one that has access to see the whole cards, but it's on the delay, whether it's 10, 15, 20-minute delay. Oh, there you go. Bill, Queens. BT with Jack 10 offsuit.
145,000.
Standard rip with 2 or 3 big blinds on the button for BT. Obvious snap call from Bill in the big blind. BT gonna need a lot of help. Okay, flops a jack. Has some trip, 2 pair out, 6 of hearts on the turn. Needs help on this river. 10. Rivers 2 pair against the pocket queens of Bill. BT staying alive. It's now up to 6 big blinds here. The chip count's about to pop up again.
No. Yes, thank you. Now you're talking about somebody selling their favorite dealer. I ended up busting them out.
Well, you've already got me this far. This is much farther than I deserve to be based on how I got here. So.
Don't forget, Eric, we have to buy a new headset for the booth. So I really don't want to use a directional mic. So I'm reading your question, Ronnie. So the hand that we see now, the players are 1 or 2 hands after what we see. I'm not sure what you're asking, but it is on a 10-minute delay. So what you're seeing now on the screen actually happened 10 minutes ago. That's the best way I could describe it. Lego on the button, ace king suited. 7 big blinds. Rips it. Gonna get both blinds to fold. Just a few minutes away from a break. I think there's going to be a break. The clock paused for a second. I could have probably broken something. I don't think I've broken anything yet. Hey, I really have to use the restroom, guys. But I can't leave since I'm the only one in the booth. I actually didn't even see what happened that hand, but looks like Lego took that one down. Sorry. I have to switch between screens, clocks. And being short-handed now, it's going to be pretty much bang, bang, bang. Now, again, I've talked about this a number of times before. No player, as these blind levels increase, the stack depths of the players are going to decrease. No player with over 20 big blinds. So all players under 20 big blinds, look for this to be a potential shove fest. Shove fest. Mayonnaise jar under the table. What are you talking about? Oh, to use the restroom. I just clicked in my head. BT in the small blind. Pocket sixes. Standard rip. Yeah, so I can't have Lego and BT commentate when they're still in the tournament. Oh, they're on a break now? Yeah, so Ronnie, Katie's a dealer here. So months ago, what's really funny, Ronnie, was, gosh, several months ago, Eric, give me 3 or 4 months ago, this used to be like a 2K guarantee. And we would barely, like, we were sweating to make the guarantee for this tournament. I do know that. So super sweating to make the guarantee. And just like 3 or 4 months later, I think this is right before the birthday bash, or maybe the summer bash. I don't remember. But it used to be a 2K guarantee. Yeah, so Katie was a very, very influential poker dealer here. She still is. I say was. She's still here. Talking like in the past. All right.
30,000. All right, gotta jump. All of it.
I like the open from Chris Lego. I like the rip by Bill. Gonna force Lego to fold here. Yeah, Eric, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, when we first started this tournament, I don't remember the time, but it's been about 4 months, give or take a month or two. We were literally, I think it was a 2K guarantee, super, super sweat this tournament. Like, we'd barely cover the guarantee. And in fact, I think at the beginning, no, I think we've always covered the guarantee on this one. And if we overlaid, we were barely overlaying like 1 or 2 players. I mean, for the record, that was true for all of our tournaments when we first started running the tournaments. And as the room has grown and become a lot more known in the DFW Metroplex area, a lot of players have come. A lot of it has to do with the Next Gen boys. A lot has to do with Eric coming down here and live streaming, and just I think when people finally are giving us a chance to see in the room, seeing how pretty it is. All right, giving us a chance. A lot of people are just came and never left. Lego on the button, gonna rip it. King 7 offsuit, shamming the big blind, 13 big blinds. Okay, so I was wrong. This one, wait, I'm pretty sure that new Asian TD did not help at all, Min. But for those of you in the chat, Min Win is the best tournament director in Garland, because as far as I know, he is the only tournament director in Garland. Love you, Min. Yeah, Ace is up. I agree with you. This has to be the best value tournament in DFW. Ace is up saying, when you pulled up tonight, I didn't know what to think because the parking lot was so full. Yeah, I've had to park in the grass, like actually like a row deep in the grass. Yeah, I think when Eric came in with helping the live stream, we changed the structure of some of the tournaments. Some of them were add-on tournaments, eliminated the add-on. I'm not a big fan of add-on tournaments, and a majority of players are not a fan on add-on tournaments unless it's like a free roll. All right, Bill on the button, King 8. All right, BT with middle pair here. Let's see. Gonna just ship it here. Bill has an ace. He's just gonna call, but obviously, well, if he had an ace in this spot, he's pretty much would be snap calling. Bill with pretty much 0 equity. Wow, gonna. He literally announced that this is stupid, but he's gonna make the call. Yeah, pretty much BT has this hand locked up. Yeah, I just realized you're right, Scott. King's been. Dang, Eric. Elliot is not Asian. Yahtzee! All right. BT picking up another pot, inching his way back, crawling back. Started off this final table towards the bottom of the chip stack count. Picking up chips here. Gonna make the chip count relatively close. I'm gonna check up stack sizes now. Let's see where they're at. Oops. There he goes right here. Yeah, all the remaining players within 3 big blinds of each other.
You see what
anybody's game.
I was just messing with him.
Again, level 18, 30K for the small blind, 60K for the big blind, 60K for the big blind. Annie, just a few minutes away from level 19, where those blinds will be increasing to 40K for the small blind, 80K for the big blind, and 80K for the big blind, Annie. I wouldn't be surprised. So everyone knows that I'm not a chop person. Well, when the stack size are like this, there is some merit into ICM chopping. Oh, ICM proposed chop.
I'm going to deal while y'all talk. The clock continues.
And Rick's correct.
Congratulations. Well done again. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you guys coming up.
Hold on, I gotta go back to chat. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to manage the clock, manage the live stream, manage your transition and production side in the chat. So I'm trying to go. Oh, here we go. Bill under the gun, gonna rip ace 8 offsuit. Gonna get folds all the way around behind on the chat. Yeah, Eugene. Dang, man, Eugene. Man, okay. Can we do him away? Yes, Doug. Oh, Eric just responded. Military gets a free membership. I don't know if first responders do or not. You could check that out. Yeah, I agree, Larkin. Add-ons. I've never ever been a big fan of. Now, for the record, when I licked my chops playing smaller buy-in tournaments as I try to understand tournament poker and with a smaller bankroll, blah blah blah. Yeah, I played in these free rolls in the small buy-in tournaments just to kind of get a feel for tournament structure. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the add-on just because it kind of disincentivizes players from playing well playing well pre-closer registration before the add-on takes place.
That's 150.
Under the gun, Sham gonna make it with King 7 offsuit. Gonna make it 150. Wow, all these stack sizes are really, really similar in this spot. Lego making the aggressive move right before the blinds go up.
5, 10.
Tough spot for BT to be in right now. I'm not on break. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to like figure out what's going on here. I don't know, Doug. Like I said, we can check that tomorrow. It's also a good way to incentivize you to watch the 136 H-Town PLO stream tomorrow and tune in to find out the final results for the Chris Mays tournament. So tune in tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Call. Cards.
Gonna make the call. Tough call. Makes the correct call. All right, knows it's hard to call. It's a rest spot for King Queen. Yep. BT. Jack in the window. Although BT. Oh, never mind. 10. 10 ball. What a run out for both of those players. Lego gonna unfortunately finish in 4th with that knockout. 4th place paying $1,018. 3 players remaining. Tough. Yeah, ICM chopping here. This late in the tournament with the stack depths being so short and everyone being evenly distributed from a chip count perspective, I don't hate chopping, or at least ICMing. All right. Since you guys are still sticking with us through the chat, I still don't understand how towards the end of the stream we pick up more viewers. So we're still over 50 viewers. Like 30 minutes ago, we had like 43, 44, up 8 viewers here. Over 50 viewers, nearing 1 a.m. Thursday morning for this Wednesday's $100 buy-in, 5K guarantee tournament here Wednesday at Poker House Dallas. Thank you for tuning in to Poker House Live for this final table. 148 total entries, 3 players remaining, total prize pool nearly 12K. Oh, I think they're discussing. Let me turn on the tail mics. Turn me down.
2,200 each. Just under 2,200 each. 2,193. You good with it? All right, thumbs up. Good. You ready to do it? All right. Right.
You guys signed me in for this? Thank you. You boys done?
I battled back.
That's it?
You got 200,000 around.
That's it?
That's it. So, but before
All
that
right.
day, I need the picture of 3 players here, please.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. ICM, oh, actually, it's not an ICM chop. It's a straight chop. All 3 remaining players getting about just a pinch under 22. It just told Lego to go to booth. I don't know if he left or not. Yeah, I'm on a 10-minute delay, so some of these players may have left already or collecting their money. So with that being said, going to switch it over to me here in the booth.
That's a nice S22
In just a second, I'm going to transition over here. Let me turn on the table mics. Hold on, give me 1 second here.
Where you get that from?
Adjust the camera. It's got a deep.
You can check on Amazon. They have them on Amazon. Heard that.
Oops. 1 second.
You need to scan out for you.
Hey, y'all
Sorry about that, ladies. Let's see here. Move this stuff before around. Right, 1 second. Right. Activate. There we go. All right, here we go. Good game, Lego. To be honest, I see the stream live when it starts, but not going to watch timer run down and forget to come back. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Now, usually on the break, somebody's still in the booth. Just going to hang out. Darren Peasley, ace of 3 for right front field. Pretty well, but he had. All right, let me transition this over really quickly. Transition. Are you guys seeing me in the booth right now? It looks bright, but whatever. I'm not going to mess with that. All right. Recap. Wednesday night, $100 buy-in Katie's game, 5K guarantee, 148 total entries. The last 3 remaining players opting to ICM straight chop this, about $2,200 a piece. Total prize pool nearing 12K. Again, one of the biggest fields we had here. I think in the past we've had like 170, 158. So I think this is actually one of the smaller fields for the past 4 weeks. So nearly 150 entries for this tournament. Tomorrow we are going to have the Chris Mace $200 deep stack, 30K starting stack, 20K 20-minute levels. I keep on forgetting this. 4K guarantee, 3K guarantee. Give me a second. Sorry, I got to check really quick. I thought I had it memorized, but I don't. 3K guarantee. Usually that one ends up getting about 5K plus or so. So if you're looking to play a tournament tomorrow evening, check out Poker House Dallas. Again, it's a $200 buy-in with a 3K guarantee. Usually smashing that one over 4 to 5K in that prize pool by the time it's all said and done. Tomorrow night, running it back, second edition 136 H-Town PLO featuring none other than Miss Texas Kim Stone. Got OFC, got Jose Montez, Rick Alvarado, Louis Vuitton Bao, Korean John, amongst others. Going to be a fire lineup tomorrow. Going to be action-packed. Lots of big pots tomorrow. Friday's tournament. Let's take a look at that one. It is our Friday Black Chip Bounty, $300 buy-in starting at 6 o'clock. Now, both tournaments tomorrow and Friday have 2-hour windows of registration. So starting at 6, registration ending at 8:10. 20-minute levels for both. Now, the black chip bounty guarantee 3K usually crushed that one too over 5K the past few weeks as well. So that's a tournament that's going on this Friday if you're looking for a Friday night tournament to play here in the DFW area. Also Friday night's live stream, cash live stream. Again, what had turned into what was originally supposed to be a 2-5 match to stack live stream was requested early this morning to change the stream to 5-5-10. So it's going to be a 3 blind game tomorrow, optional straddle. Gonna have a fire lineup. I'm sorry, not for tomorrow, for Friday. Gonna have a fire lineup for that as well. Gonna be some big stacks. Gonna be some big pots. Gonna have Hayden playing that stream. Hayden, Fortinu, Mustafa, Habib, Jose Montez, I believe Bridge Mike, Danny Marks, Chris Cashman. I can't even remember all the players. It's gonna be a fire lineup for Friday. Saturday, New Year's Eve, $365 buy-in, 30-minute levels, tournament starting at 3 p.m. Again, it's going to be 30 minutes. We're going to ring in the new year here at Poker House Dallas, playing some poker and some champagne overflowing. Going to be live streaming, I think, for the most part. Like, I'm pretty positive we're going to be live streaming that final table. So if you want to ring in the new year, whether it's either playing here at Poker House or watching our live stream, feel free to join us. Yeah, 5-5-10 Hold'em. Match the stack. I'm not going to lie, Eric, I'm like looking back, trying to see what you're saying. I just look back now. Tanya, thank you very much for playing. Is this the same Tanya that finished the final table for the Saturday Deep Stack? I was out of town, so I know we recorded it, and then Craig and Tiny commentated, so. Ace is up. Thank you very much for saying this was a great stream that I was doing just job solo. It's so hard to do this by yourself now. All these additions and whatnot. 20K, yeah, and backtrack. Our biggest one-day guarantee tournament this Saturday against the New Year's Eve bash, so to speak. 20K guarantee. It is our biggest price pool for a one-day tournament here at Poker House that doesn't include multi-flights. So 20K guarantee, $365 buy-in, 30-minute levels. Similar structure to our Saturday. Again, it's just a bigger buy-in with a bigger guarantee. So that's it for us here at Poker House, Dallas Poker House Live. Eddie, the Agent Sensation, going to be signing off. Going to see you guys in the booth tomorrow again for this 136 H-Town PLO game. I will be doing intros and outros tomorrow in the booth. Going to be focusing solely on the production side while Eric's going to be back in town running Action Tracker for that PLO game. So look to see all of you then tomorrow, either playing or watching the live stream. So again, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, I didn't actually jump out of the stream because I just saw Doug R's. Doug, get in contact with Poker House Dallas or Poker House or Eric Anderson. If you've never played on our stream before, like usually I leave that stream pretty much wide open for any of the players that, you know, it's kind of like a first come, first serve basis. But usually if somebody's coming out of town, if it's the first time, I'll go ahead and lock up a seat or two for them. So Doug, if you want, go ahead and get in contact with Eric Anderson. He's very, very open and transparent on his Facebook page. Mine's set to private, or directly message the Poker House Dallas Facebook page. So that's it for this evening. There goes Eric Anderson posting it. Facebook.com, Poker Eric. Look him up. Add him as a friend. This time I'm really signing off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow.